Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in, for joining us, for scrolling this morning. I say this if you are scrolling, if you're scrolling and you thought you were here by accident, guess what? You are not. So don't keep scrolling. Don't keep scrolling. Welcome to Purpose Journey Counseling LLC. And we are still reloaded. We're reloaded for 2023. We're winding down the year already, but we are still reloaded for this year. So again, like I said, if you're scrolling, this is the first time you've ever tuned in, don't keep scrolling. Just stay with us. Stay with us. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Dr. Natatu North, and I'm the owner and therapist of Purpose Journey Counseling LLC, which is located in Cincinnati, Ohio. So again, we thank you. We thank you. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, September the 13th. It's already the 13th. The 13th, 2023. And again, we want to say welcome, good morning to you. It is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are currently live. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter, and also the YouTube link for this broadcast is posted on Instagram. So we ask that you just take a few moments just to like this broadcast, like our pages. Please follow us on your preferred social media platform. We do ask everyone, though, just to take a few moments just to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Even if you don't watch us on YouTube, it's okay. But if you could subscribe to our YouTube channel, we would greatly, greatly appreciate that. And let's interact and engage in the comments section. We are just so glad that you have tuned in this morning. And whether you're catching us live at 7 a.m. or you catch us later in the day, later in the week, later in the month, or even later in the year, we welcome you this morning. So before we get too far into what we're doing this morning, we always share these two numbers that are very important for you to have. If you don't have them already, please store them in your phone. Please store them. They're definitely useful resources. We want to make sure that we have these readily available when, if ever, needed. The first number is for the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. That number is 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 1-800-273-8255. This is a very valuable number. It is a number that is available 24/7. So please make sure you store that information. The second number is for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, and that number is 988. Again, it's 988. This number is 24/7 also, and you can text this number as well. So please take a couple of moments just to make sure you have those numbers in your phone. Store them. You just never know. You may need it. Someone else may need it. It's just good to have tools readily available. So we thank you for taking an opportunity just to do that. So it is Wednesday, and on Wednesday we have, since June, the beginning of June, we have been having our Wednesday check-in. Dr. Natatu, this is my first time tuning in. What is a Wednesday check-in? It is a midweek, real full-fledged check-in, exactly like it says, but really to just see how we are doing, for us to acknowledge it to ourselves. How are we doing? What is going on? Hump day, a lot of times people get excited about hump day. Some of us struggle through hump day because we're trying to make it to the end of the week. And some of us just struggle constantly throughout the week. But it's good to just take a moment to sit back and analyze and actually see where we are, but then also for us to check in with each other. Sometimes a lot of us would feel a lot better if we were just checking in. So in the comments section, you're putting a blue heart if you're doing great, a purple heart if you're in need of a little push today, a yellow heart if you're just okay, a red heart if you're struggling today, and a green heart if you're in crisis. You don't have to put anything else, just the colored heart that you are. We don't ask any questions unless you want to share in the comment section, or you can direct message us. You could do either of those things if you prefer, but just a blue heart if you're doing great, a purple heart if you're in need of a little push today, a yellow heart if you're struggling today, and a green heart if you are in crisis. So we're checking in, and then we're going to ask a series of questions. And I always try to do my check-in as well, just so that you all see I'm being very open and transparent as well. I think for me, I'm going to have to go to a yellow heart for today. As of right now, at 7 a.m. on September the 13th, I'm a yellow heart. I'm just okay. I'm okay. It's been a week already. It's just Wednesday. There's a lot going on. Not everything's bad, but there's a lot going on. So I will definitely say I'm a yellow heart right now. I am doing just okay right now. But I'm definitely thankful to be here with you all. But I'm just okay. So now we're just going to ask these series of questions. Answer them to yourself. You don't have to put in the comment section. The first question is, how are you? Ask yourself, how am I? How am I right now? Am I stressed? Is there a lot going on? Am I in a great mood? Has this been a great week? Has this been a great month? Has this been an awesome year for me? Just asking yourself, being present with yourself in the moment, asking yourself, how are you doing, while being honest with yourself, because this is just you. Be honest with you. You don't have to tell me anything. You don't have to put that part in the comment section if you don't want to, but just asking yourself, how are you doing today? How are you really doing, without the sugar-coated answers, without those automatic answers? Oh, I'm good, I'm fine. Without those automatic answers we typically give, how are you doing? How are you doing? Next question is, what are you planning to accomplish today? What is on your list? for me, on my list is pretty much the regular. I will say, earlier this week on Monday, I got some things done that I really needed to do, that I needed to do for maybe the last couple of weeks. Some of those little things that were still kind of dangling on my list. So, yep, got some of those things done. So, what I'm planning to accomplish today is just, I'll say, being on schedule, being on schedule with everything. Of course, that doesn't always happen, but with all my appointments, just trying to be, on schedule. And just remain on task and remain focused today. What are you planning to accomplish today? Just kind of think about it. What is it? If it's work related, personally, it might not have anything to do with work. You may not even be working today. Whatever it is, what are some things that you need to accomplish today? Today, Wednesday, September the 13th, 2023. What do you need to accomplish today? The next question is, how will you handle the stressors that may come your way today? We like to say this is not being a Debbie Downer. This is not being a pessimist or being negative. It's just to say that we know stress comes, and sometimes stress goes, and sometimes stress stays. So how are we going to manage the different stressors? There's all type of stressors that come our way. Some stress is self-induced, and some stress just kind of comes with the territory of whatever it is that we do, whether it's parenting, working, being a spouse, friendships, all types of those types of things. Just kind of thinking about it. How are you going to handle the stressors that may come your way today? Whether it's a person, a place, or a thing. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? For me, I'm going to say, I always want to give my diplomatic answer. For me today, I just really plan to stay focused. I honestly just plan to stay focused. But I think I've said this before. If I need a moment, I'll take a moment. I think it's good to do that. Sometimes we're on autopilot. And when we're on autopilot, we don't actually take the opportunity to acknowledge where we are in a situation. So that's how I plan to handle the stressors. I'm going to stay focused. However, if I need to take a moment, I need to take a break, even if it's an unplanned break. An unplanned break. Look at that. An unplanned break. Then I'll do what I need to do to make sure that I'm taking care of myself as I'm attempting to take care of others. All right. Thank you, God. That was good. Because that definitely was not me. So next question for our check-in is, what is your motivation? What is your motivation for today? What is motivating you in this moment? My motivation is that there are some new things on the horizon. Some new things on the horizon are motivating me and pushing me to say, in this space, I need to keep going, because if I don't, those things that are on the horizon are going to disappear. Like, I can't get to those things if I don't keep persevering in this moment. So that's my motivation. That's my motivation. But what is yours? What is motivating you today? Or whenever you're watching this, whether it is September 13th or it's another day, today, what is motivating you on today? And the last question, my biggest question, is, how can we pray for you? Now, I say this every week. If you're new to joining us, we put the color heart that coincides with our check-in for today, and then maybe put the praying hands if you would like prayer. We are praying for you on Wednesdays. This is what we do specifically on Wednesdays. However, if you put the praying hands, or if you direct message us, or if you put I need prayer, you do not have to share your personal business. You don't have to disclose anything. But let's just say if you put a red heart, meaning you're struggling, and a praying hands, know that we will just call your name out. We will pray for you by name. That's the only difference. If you put the praying hands, and we know that you are actually soliciting prayer. So we will make sure that we speak your name in prayer on today, or whenever you comment, because again, sometimes people don't always watch these when we're live or even on the same day. Sometimes you catch it later in the day, later in the week, later in the month, or even later in the year. But just know that we're praying for you. We are praying for you. And if you put those hands, anyone who comments, we're praying for you, but we will pray for you by name. We'll pray for you by name. So as we're doing our check-in again, remember we're putting the color heart that coincides with our check-in for today. Then we're asking ourselves, how are we doing? Asking ourselves, being very honest and transparent with ourselves. How are we? We are answering, what are we planning to accomplish today? How will we handle the stressors that may come our way today? What is our motivation? And then we are actually putting or thinking of a prayer request. And even if you don't want to say it, you can say unspoken, you can say prayer, you can put praying hands. Just know that we are praying for you. We are praying for you on today. And we can pray for you by name as well. So we thank you for taking the opportunity to do that. It's very important. It's very important that we're checking in again with ourselves, being able to be honest with ourselves about how we're doing, but that we're also being our brother and our sister's keeper. The Bible teaches that we are our brother and sister's keepers. So because of that, we want to make sure that we're checking in. We don't want to make assumptions that everybody's doing okay, or we don't want to just say, well, maybe they're not doing okay, but this is our way of checking in with each other, remaining accountable to each other. So we thank you again for just taking the moment to do that. So as we get ready to wrap up, just want to remind you, we do have our Wednesday check-in on Wednesdays in September at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on all of our social media platforms. So be it the Lord's will, we will continue every Wednesday live at 7 a.m. checking in with each other. And then we have our monthly podcast, hashtag from a Christian, hashtag from a therapist with Dr. Natatu on the first Sundays of the month, live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, that's the first Sundays of the month, live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is our schedule for our podcast, which means our next episode, which will be episode 15, will be on Sunday, October the 1st at 7 p.m. And it will be on adolescent mental health. Yes, we will have some adolescents on with us, Lord willing, on October the 1st, discussing adolescent mental health. If you have children, if you have an adolescent, if you've got nieces and nephews, I would encourage you to have them be present on that evening. It's going to be very, very, very needed, very powerful as we're hearing from our young people about young people. A lot of times as adults, we like to speak for our children. We don't often, or sometimes, I'll say sometimes, often give them the opportunity to speak. We will be giving them the opportunity to speak, just to be the first of many conversations on October the 1st. So please, please, please mark your calendars. You don't want to miss October the 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whatever platform you're using to watch us on, we'll be on that platform on that evening. So please mark your calendar. So thank you so much. Thank you so very, very much. So our tag for Purpose Journey Counseling, every time we are together, I want to encourage you to be loving, be kind, be compassionate, and be intentional towards others as well as towards yourselves. Thank you again so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate you checking in with us. We appreciate you allowing us to pray for you. We appreciate that. We definitely do. Lord willing, we will see you next Wednesday. Next Wednesday will be September the 20th. I cannot believe we are in mid-September. Excuse me. Next Wednesday, Lord willing, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time again for our Wednesday check-in. Have a wonderful, 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 fantastic, fantastic weekend. We are praying for and with you on today. Did I say weekend? Wednesday? Did I say weekend? Have a fantastic week. Wednesday. Wednesday. Like I said, we are praying for you on this Wednesday. Have a wonderful day and blessings and love.